Maybe just one question about the body, because we were talking now about the evolution of the body and body vibrating higher, and that's quite a challenge for our body,
Yes.
I think. And a lot of diseases are now coming out, and a lot of illnesses. Is this something in connection with the higher vibration?
It is.
Could we heal this?
Yes, as more and more energies come to our planet, our bodies have to get rid of the toxins and things that we've fed ourselves. Not only literally fed ourselves, but the toxins from what we've believed in ourselves, all these things that we keep ourselves, we are so hard on ourselves, always. We have to get rid of all of this toxic things to then take in more good, love, light energy. So there's a lot of stuff happening, but let them rise to the surface and let them go. Now that we are trying to take in and digest more and more energies, a lot of us, I ask this wherever I go, and it's so true. In the last year, just in the last couple of months, it's getting stronger and stronger. As more energy comes into the body, we are experiencing headaches where we've never had them before, or getting nauseated out of nowhere, or feeling dizzy throughout the day, not knowing why. But it is because the energy are tripling, and we are trying to get used to this. And yes, a lot of us are having symptoms of things coming up, but don't be afraid. We're not supposed to be afraid of this. Our bodies are shifting, and they are getting rid of old energies, old patterns, old belief systems that no longer have a place here, so that we can take in new, good, powerful energies.
outside world with your own eyes. Your body and your soul are your own.
But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. You, I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right, and this is the day. Gods give me strength. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
We need to fully understand it's time for us to step into our power as a planetary race and not see the borders anymore. Now, I would not be that opposed to a global government if it was set up with a constitution like the U.S. Constitution and an absolute Bill of Rights. But even then, that's not a guarantee. Because if people don't defend those rights, if people don't defend their liberties, what good is it? We've just experienced that. Okay? We've just experienced that.
Do you think your life would be better if you had more money? A better job, a better house, your own car, an overfed body, and an undernourished soul. Do you enjoy being a member of the herd? Are you happy with the choices you have made?
In this difficult day, in this difficult time for the United States, it's perhaps well to ask what kind of a nation we are and what direction we want to move in.
The mother mind thinks sideways, and upwards and downwards. We must awaken the mother mind within us. We must feel what is going on in the world. We mustn't just listen to newspapers. We must ourselves feel.
And all of a sudden I was downloaded with information that just blew me away. And I found out there is a number of thousands upon thousands of Syrian warriors of light that are on this planet now that have the ability, with the alien technology, to protect the light workers. Not only to protect them, they will kill them if they have to. They also have people, including a 13-year-old girl I met, who literally can do hands-on healing. And she is also Syrian. They're waking up. They're getting ready. They're preparing. And they said, there's an urgency now to wake up.
Listen, long and short, you do not create an army unless you intend to deploy that army. This fourth generation super soldier, warrior soldier, whatever you want to call it, are some bad people. I couldn't stop one. I was the best we had at my generation. I cannot stop one. The possibility is very, very real. They will be turned loose on the American populace. What do you want to do about it? I want to stop it. If they turn this fourth generation loose on us, we're toast. And they will try to reactivate each and every one of us from first, second, and third generation to join with them. If we don't expose them now and try to at least put up a blockade, we will not have a chance. They are that good. They are that strong. They are that invincible.
We have very, very little time in which to pull this thing off.
Now, reverse engineered.
What are you going to do about it?
Therapeutics. And I want to stop here for a minute and make you realize we're not just dealing with the flu here. They're playing around with all kinds of bioweapons that have strange names you've never heard of. And the third world countries are playing around with this reverse genetics as well. Countries like Iran, and they have an asymmetric response if we allow the what I call the nation of Israel to decide to do a preemptive attack on the Bushehr reactor and 62 tons of uranium-235. The response will be, and our sleepers in this country I have from classified sources, with weapons that will make this plague flu look like a party. So you better be ready for an airborne plague.
You know, there are people probably saying, well, God, why don't they just come down and save us? There's a lot to that. Number one, if we're rescued, we don't permanently evolve ourselves. Number two, we won't take responsibility. If something goes wrong, we can always blame it on them. Number three, it doesn't just change our reality, it changes their reality as well. Number four, the Andromedans and most of the other benevolent races, they don't want to have to come down here and babysit us. That's not their job. It's not their job at all.
Now, in the way you told me that...
And number four, and I'm sorry, and number five, let me just add this. Look at how we've treated our Earth. Look at how we've trashed it ourselves. You know, they're like, why should we come down here and help you when you don't want to even help yourself? Or even make the effort?
Good people are dying. There are children who are starving. Our world is in trouble. And people are calling out to God for protection. People are calling out to God to help our nation, and never realizing for one moment that the divine presence in the universe not listening. Why? Because you have your own concepts of whatever you think is true, whatever you believe to be true, but you have never confronted the real truth. The real truth is that the people who are in power, who put this system together, have been in power for thousands of years. This has been going on from day one.
The year 2012, the beginning of the end. Now I'll make my final statement. 2012 will be the beginning of the end of the New World Order. That's a very bold statement. They know it. That's the reason there's so much dissension and discord amongst the elite right now. They're in a corner, and their New World Order system hasn't worked, and they don't know what to do about it. I've heard them talking about it. They are in major discord and disagreement amongst themselves. It is going to be the beginning, 2012 will be the beginning of the end of the New World Order. Mark my words. 2012 is going to be the beginning of a whole new era of spiritual activity.
I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the